Hey guys, today's coaching will be focusing on the key mistakes that are holding you back from reaching GC. As we coach a Gen 3 player who hit GC2 only 2 weeks after this coaching, we'll only be showcasing the first replay since it highlighted the main issues we talked about pretty well, plus the overtime was quite long. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next coachings and check out the description if you want one yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. But here, this is the first big mistake. You're not helping your teammate at all because right now he's doing a 50 and you need to be ready for this. See, if you were here, you could actually score.
Yeah.
And even if you're not able to score, you either 50 with the guy or you fake challenge and then he gives you the ball. While here you're just playing on your own. And now this is I was gonna say a 2v1. It's not because this guy, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But at least it's a 1v1 against you, which is not super good. So yeah, good save. I'll nitpick a little bit. The save could have been a little bit better if you were able to send it on one of the sides. Because here you're touching it really under. So yes, you save it, but it makes it harder for you or your teammate to play it. Well, if you were to send it to the left, it would have been a little bit easier. And here you need to take information. Or you would jump super early, before even landing. You take the information, so that way you can jump as soon as possible. Because we even heard him. I don't know if you heard him, but we heard the guy jump.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if you play a lot with sounds, or if you have music blasting whenever you play, that is okay. But at least you need to be aware that someone is gonna jump you here, even without seeing him or hearing him. You need to know that. See again here, good save, but you don't end up with the advantage.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfortunate. Obviously, it was a bit of an awkward ball, but you just let him play. And see, now they're back to offense. Something that can be improved here. So here you take this boost. Teammate is going to do something. You don't necessarily have to be as much behind as you are right now. You could actually see here you stop boosting.
Yeah.
You could boost a little bit, but go a little bit more on the outside, and it will give you an easier follow-up.
Yeah.
Because here you really have to go to the left to be able to hit the ball, and see how in the end.
Yeah, I'd be more head on if I was wider.
It would have still been possible to get this ball with where you were, but it would have been much more easier if you were facing the ball directly, because a simple touch and it's on target. Where here you have to, it requires a little bit more of a precise touch. Earlier I said it was kind of panicky, but I think you're just being a bit too fast, because this. Good ball, but now look at how you have to overcorrect your position.
Yeah.
Well, here if you just jumped a little bit slightly slowly at the beginning, you can do the same trajectory but have your nose pointing towards the net. And see, instead of doing this touch, which is essentially just giving the ball to them, it's not going to be too bad because you get the boost, but it's not super great. You could have actually scored out of this. So here I really like this. You're taking your time, thinking back. Kind of similar here. You have a free ball. Why not take your time to make something good? Because here you made a super heavy touch, and now you lost the ball, and you lost all of your boost. Again, you won't get punished for it directly, but it's not super great. Okay, nice, well played. Here you have to be a bit more careful. You have to do a 50 here because he's behind the ball, so you have to actually jump at least. You don't have to flip on this. You actually don't want to flip on this, because it might be a bit too risky, but jump and then you do 50 and then you use the wave dash to continue. Because here you just let him again kind of beat you. It's going to be okay. Alright, other mechanical time. See, this was much better. Unfortunate. I think you could have actually scored this. It was not bad.
I thought I feel I should have got a reset after the first touch. After the touch that comes here.
Yeah, you had to get a little bit more. Thing is, you could have worked with an air dribble if it was not if it was a multiple touch air dribble. Here you were doing a drag, which is not bad, but it only works really if you're way faster than the enemy. Or here, if you stop going for the ball and you go for a demo. That's the only way you can actually score it. The thing is, if you do an air dribble with some touches, you can surprise the enemy by doing one last touch that changes direction before the goal happens. Or you go for something a little bit more complex, like a flip reset. That would have also been fine. But still a good attempt. I really like that you tried that. The only thing here is you could have taken more pads, because here you have to back up. See, this flip?
Yeah.
It's really not super good. Because, okay, you arrive fast, but you have 7 boost. And if you just took the middle line path, you could have been maybe a little bit closer. I'm not sure if you could have saved this if it was on target, to be honest. So here your teammate gives the ball. So you need to be a bit careful. In the first place, you need to know that he might not be able to beat the enemy. So instead of being where you are right now, I would have preferred if you left a little bit earlier. That way, if you want, you can actually turn. Already, you should question if your teammate is going to be able to do something. If not, you go a little bit like this. This gives you an option where if your team is actually going to be able to 50, you can follow up. But if not, you are able to turn around and you'll be able to defend more easily by facing the play. Right now, the issue is that you were really on the trajectory, and see, now your teammate got beat, and you have to do this. You stop, you drive backward, and you try to jump. It's not bad, but it's harder than if you were to turn. If you were to turn like a little bit earlier, you're like this. See how this is actually more easy to save?
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to face the ball. So again, you won't get punished here. And I feel like a lot of the mistakes that like have been happening, or mistakes that are not costing you any goals, but they are not setting you up for a better thing. It's kind of similar here, right? So here your teammate get beat, and you drift on a specific spot. Now the problem is that you don't have any momentum. So if this guy is able to like pop the ball higher, you will start defending with zero momentum. In fact, if this guy was a little bit better, he have been able to control this, and this guy would go for a demo, something like that. Instead, see like they double commit, and you're able to get the ball. But I just want to show you from his POV. I think we'll be able to see it. How awkward you are right now. See?
Yeah.
If this guy was better, he could just flip it better on the backboard and do a double tap. Or perhaps just, he gets like a flip that give him a good air dribble setup, and he would be able to beat you because you are not really relevant on the ground. Thankfully, he messed up, and that's why you're able to go. But before even he messed up, you kind of committed to that direction of I'm staying like in front of him, and I'll try to defend. Okay, both of you missed. That was very risky.
Yeah, I was really lucky.
Yeah.
I think I missed.
I would have just preferred if you were to play safe here, because that flip. I like how like the three of you just missed in a row. Get beat, unfortunately. Here you're gonna be shadowing on your own. Teammate does a good job. You don't want to go for some reason. Well played. But here you actually need to go for this.
Yeah.
Because you're leaving him a chance to attack. Again, good save, so it's not too bad, but it's okay. Team is gonna cut in. Nice touch. Very good touch. Very good block. Good try. There was also like your teammate. You could have like tried to like make that 50 towards your teammate instead of trying like to slot it in. But I don't want to see mind the attempt. So here you leave early. Teammate won't be able to save it. You hit him the boost. Okay. New mechanic. Good try. So even if you messed up here, I don't mind. I don't mind the attempt. It was a good attempt. You probably like used a little bit too much boost because you could have been a little bit more efficient with your initial touch.
Yeah.
But it was still a very good attempt. Unfortunately, you didn't get like the great flip. It's okay. Take the boost. Very well played. Again, here you went a bit too fast. Because this was perfect. You got a free ball. Here you should be able to do something. In fact, I think here you can score. Because this guy, right now, is going for the boost.
Yeah.
So if you just boom the ball accurately, you can score, actually. So again, you had a good chance. Unfortunately, you went a little bit too fast. Unfortunate. I mean, they played very well here. In fact, what you could have done, that would have maybe been a little bit better, is if you were to take this boost to make sure that he's not able to take it, and you try to avoid him, perhaps by going on the backboard, and then you jump like this. See, especially like since you could have saved the ball like a little bit later. Even see if it goes like here, you'd have been able to like push it on the right. But honestly, they played very well, so it does happen. Okay, free ball. Teammate jumped for this, yeah. Honestly, I think I would have preferred if you were to let it to your teammate.
Yeah.
Because again, could have you scored this? Perhaps, but you're not even properly lined up. I mean, sure, your teammate messed up, but you see how it makes more sense from his POV to go for this?
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, you're in solo queue, so it is a little bit hard to communicate with your teammates. So usually what happens is if he see you in a good spot, he will let you because he has more vision than you. But you also need to think about that on your own. Because for example here, if you were to go for a demo on this guy, this is amazing. You communicate to your teammate, hey, you go because I'm not going for this. And you might make his job easier, in fact, by demoing this guy. So you would be playing together. Instead of trying to go for the ball directly, which again, you could have scored, but it would have been harder. So just keep both options open. You do want to play more with your teammate, with good follow-ups, with good, not necessarily team plays. You don't have to do team plays, but you have to at least take him into account. You do a lot of double commits with your teammate, which again, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, you want to avoid those, right? Sure, you could have played this ball, but in the end, you don't even get a good ball out of this. And if you want a good way to avoid those double commits, try to think about it in terms of 1-2s, right? Here, you're the first one that goes, so your team is going to be the second one that goes. So after here, he will be going for this. sometimes you will be able to go for this. Like here, you could also like put the blame on your teammate. Fair enough. But you at least need to be aware that he might go. So I just actually want to like check if he's going or not. And like here, we could have heard him like jump. Good clear attempt. Teammate then goes. Here, this boost was taken. Take some pads. So here, your positioning is completely irrelevant. Take some pads and go to the middle. Especially like you landed on the line path, right? You see that there's no boost here. You can see like this. Pop, pop, pop. And see how here, if your team is able to make you a good pass, actually, you'd have been able to score it. Sure, you score it. Again, it doesn't matter what I said, because you're still able to score it. But it could have mattered if like, the situation was slightly different. Or if you had to like be a little bit faster. Or if your teammate made like a faster pass. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I just missed the boost.
Let's not talk about it, this one. You missed your kickoff, you missed the boost, everything went wrong. So here you jump. Good jump. See, like here, I like the fact that you were patient. So you didn't just like throw yourself at the ball. You really waited to align yourself, and that's why you actually beat him. He ended up missing out though. So free ball for you. Do you play a lot of ones?
Recently, yeah, but
Okay.
like, I hadn't been before.
Because I feel like here you're playing as if you were in ones. Like I'm just gonna wait for him, and maybe, like he's just gonna go because he does have a teammate, and like he's the first man. And here,
In like the last month, I've been playing like more ones than twos.
okay.
So I wanted to like, I thought it would like make me a bit better at the game.
Yeah, well, it does make you better, but you just need to like be aware that in twos you often go more heavily on the ball because you don't have to play as safe. And here I feel like you were really waiting for like the best touch. Where here you need to go for this, right?
Yeah.
Because you beat him 100%. It might not be the clearest touch, but it's fine because even if you don't have the clearest touch, if you're able to set up your teammate for something, he will be able to follow you up. Where here you're really trying to mind game him, but like it's not gonna work because his only goal is to go for that. Good attempt on the demo. Again, I felt like you're a little bit late on your teammate. Do you see like how he makes this touch, and now you're speeding up to catch back, and okay, sure you're able to demo him, which is not bad, but it's still dangerous because your teammate was not really in place. I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, in the end, it's gonna be okay because like it's not on target. But what if he was able to like hit it better? Your teammate is on your side. So either you think that this is too risky and you don't go, or you're closer from the get-go to have more options. So for example here, actually, instead of being where you are, like you're not really doing anything, go for this. Go close here. See, like imagine if your teammate messed up, you'd be ready for this. And up, if he doesn't, up, I can jump here. See? By being close, you don't even give a chance to the enemy to go for it. And if you see that it's not a good thing, it's okay because even if you're close, you'd have more momentum, so you'll still be able to turn, and then you go defend, and your teammate is trying like, to put pressure on this guy. So you see like how in the end, the way you're challenging here is like very aggressive. It's all in. Either I'm able to get the ball or not. But the problem is that doesn't work if you're like so far from the get-go. I don't know if like you watch like a lot of pros players like or better players. Look at like how they move, and you will see like they are often way closer than what you are because they can afford being closer because they have a lot of speed. So even if they are too close, they can make up for that because they have so much momentum that if they have to turn, they will be back without much trouble. And that lets them have a very good chance of a follow-up. Where he, to be honest, like that ball was very good for you, but it almost turned badly simply because you were too far. But the ball was really yours, and so like if you were slightly better, slightly faster, it would be perfect. Okay, free ball for you. Oh, again, you went a little bit too fast. Okay, first of all, what was that flip? That flip really threw you off, and yeah, you're not even lined up properly. Because again, this is a goal, I think, and instead you're gonna try again. Again, I feel like you need to just like simplify the way you're playing. So if you were like just like align yourself first of all, you have to like do a basic aerial to score this. But okay, it doesn't happen. Fair enough. Here, why waste your boost on this? Even a top player wouldn't be able to score out of this ball. It wouldn't be like it would be too difficult to make something good out of this. So instead, keep your boost and let your teammate go for this, right? That way, in fact, if you want to really use boost, use a little boost like to go down and then take a couple of pads, right? So that way, whenever you're down, you have like 30 boost and you're ready to follow up your teammate or like go back if he messed up. But here, like it doesn't make sense for you to go on this. In fact, you double commit with your teammate because you're not letting him play. And again, you played once, then let your teammate play like the next ball. Unless like he really can't, but here he definitely was able to. It's yours, good chance. Right. Good attempt on the read. There's something that you could have done, by the way, here. It's a small tip, but instead of like stopping as you did here, you could have like went a little bit more on the side That way, you have an easier angle. And also, you're able to like see the enemy. So like if you see that
Yeah.
he's beating you up, you do this, and then you leave. You maybe go for a demo on this guy, and then like you let your teammate play for this. Here you jump again too early. So like sure you're able to get it, but now what?
Yeah.
You just like boom the ball. Now you have a 0 boost. Yeah, okay. Here they should have scored. Try like to be careful about like your padding. See like here you flip towards nothing. Here it takes some boost, but the thing is if you flip towards something, towards some pads in the first place, like maybe like this one, so you'd have been able to like flip here, take this pad, maybe pad like this, and see you end up having a free ball with like maybe 70 boost. Or if you did exactly the same thing as you did, like you could actually like take maybe this one and just like wait a little bit more, and then like see you take this one after and like you continue like this, and you maybe have this one too. Like try like to really whenever like you're moving on the field, try like to maximize the amount of pad you're taking. Because here like the reason why you are 0 boost, in fact I would even dare to say like if it's your turn to play and you have 0 boost, it's a mistake. There's something that went wrong in your boost management, so that like whenever it's your turn you cannot even do anything. And this is exactly the case. Like they should have scored here. Yeah. The thing is, it's not a bad try, but again, it didn't really provide you with anything. So I'll mind you trying these, but the way I see it is like you did something just for the sake of doing it. Like okay, hey, let's go. I see like how now your teammate is going for this. Like he came in for like your ball, which was not super good. You should not have done that, to be honest. But you didn't really get any advantage. And again, here, do you really have to play this? Actually, no. Keep your jump and see if you just like fall like this, 2 scenarios happens. So either this guy decided to turn around to go for this, and then you use your flip to beat him, to surprise him. Or he doesn't go because he's scared that you still have your flip. And so what happens is that now your teammate has a free ball, and you're able to conserve some of your boost. You see like how by not doing nothing, or like just like waiting a little bit more, you offer yourself more opportunities than just playing it directly. And again, I don't want to tell you that to not like try these, because again, if you were a little bit better mechanically, maybe you could actually do something crazy with this, right? You could actually like, get like a good, a better pop that goes like above this guy, and then like your teammate is able to follow up. It is possible to like shine mechanically, but it's often more simple to like use good decision making to really give yourself advantages rather than do something mechanically that really gives you the same advantage. It's often like way more complex. I mean, I don't know, man. Again, look, you have 23 boost. What should you be doing?
Just like rotating back now.
Here, what you should be doing is looking at like how you're gonna land to take some pads.
Yeah, it's all about pads.
You take
my pad game up.
Yeah, you go a bit down. You take like you boost it even a bit down if you want like to like land sooner. You take this, 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 and now you have 30 boost for this ball. Instead, I mean, it's kind of funny because like it really showcased some of your mistakes, right? Just like going head on things. Here you take this like this big boost. Okay. Good try. See, here I really like the fact that you try to like really slot it in by hitting it on the opposite side. Unfortunately, he was able to save it, but it was still a good attempt. Then here, a good example of your follow-up. Okay, here you did this. Now what?
I see that line of pads right there.
Yeah, but instead decided to go for him the boost. Boost that exists, and now this is perfect. You're leaving the play. What is happening behind you? You have absolutely no clue. All that matters for you here is to take big boost. I want this one. Oh, it's not taken. I want this one. Oh, no, it's taken. I'm going for this one. And now you look at what's happening. And see how now your teammate was able to beat the guy?
Yeah.
If you were closer, you could have... I just want to show you the difference because like, it's very... You land here. Up. Take pad. See, this one is actually kind of cool because you can actually go on the outside if needed. Oh, my teammate is going to go. So here, let's say I'm here, okay? My team is going to go up. I go to take this one. I offer myself the opportunity of going again to the right or to the left, depending on if my teammate is beat or not. See like how I'm ready to follow up. And I have maybe like 30, 40 boost, which is plenty enough, right? It's actually like plenty enough. And see, I would have been able to like take this pad. Up. Okay, he beat me. I take challenge and I'm ready to defend. But I'm close to him and I have like almost full boost. Here, exactly the same thing as that happened earlier. You arrive heads on, facing the guy. It's often like more easy to like challenge him on the side. It's actually what you do like whenever like you're shadowing. But like here you have like to like do a very sharp turn. And again here, be careful of the touch that you make. because here you just give him a free pass. Thankfully, your teammate was able to redirect the ball, but here you're first man, so don't be afraid to go. Where is your teammate here?
Like back right-ish, I
Yeah,
think.
we don't see him, so we can assume that he's behind you. In fact, if you kept up with him, he's on your right. He probably took the mid boost or like this boost here. You take this one, so like he's probably like taking the mid boost. So you know like he's gonna be behind you, and if we can check, he is right. So here, by all means, pressure him because here your goal is just to like give free possession to your teammate. So rush him. Even if he beats you, at least like he will boom the ball to your teammate, so the teammate has a free ball, or you might even be able to demo him or do something. It's kind of sad that your teammate doesn't really do much, because like here it's cool if your teammate was like I should pressure him. Since he didn't, you have two options. You have to like go as a shadow. You had the option here where if you go like this, you take this boost here, you'd have been able to closer, and you'd have been able to challenge him on like the moment that he lands, which would have actually been safer than what you're doing here. See, like here you stop, and now you like you boost again. So like he took you by surprise. Thankfully he was not on target, so it's not a big deal. But your position here was not super optimal. So what happened here? Okay, I think you were just not aware that your teammate was gonna go for this.
Yeah.
And he had to go for this time. It was better for him. Actually, you take the boost here. I think in case even if your teammate was not gonna go for this, you should have been taking the boost. Because again, what do you want to do with this aerial? You waste like half of your boost to get to the ball, and you won't have much to do after. Again, just be careful like the way that you are defending. It's see like here already like you kind of got in trouble. You should have been a little bit more on the outside, ready to read that he's gonna go on the right because he's on the left a little bit sooner. Thankfully, your team is able to save it. Yeah. Again, just you being too hasty. Not sure what you saw there, but again with your saves.
Yeah.
Again with you being too fast. Look at the enemy first. Is there someone rushing for this? No, he just left.
No.
It's like there's no need for you to jump. It's like let the ball roll, take some pads, and then you play this. Because again, even if you touch this, where would the ball go? You just go forward to them. So it would not have been even like super advantageous for you. I feel like you're a little bit too close to him. See, like here, this is a mistake. Why did you turn on the right? You're really like sticking to him, and you don't enable yourself to really have as much options. And I just want to really show you how. Even okay, here you don't even have to boost. Like keep your momentum as it is. Like don't boost, in fact. But just like be here, see? Because here again, if it goes to the right, you can still like do a sharp turn. If it goes to the middle, you can go. And even if it goes like all the way back, it's fine. You can actually like turn like this, up, flip, take this pass, and then you, like see you will be able to like, you still be the first one to play the ball even if your teammate lost. The problem is that you're not like offering yourself like that much options. Like you're really just like betting on something, and that's kind of it. So here there's a small tip I can give you for these. Instead of doing like the pinch that as you did, you can actually like do the pinch sideways. Actually, I will show you like right after like in free play. There's actually a better way to do this type of pinches. I felt like your ground game is weaker than your aerial game. Because here you actually could have made like a very good flick. Instead you did like a front flip. You hear you all the way back, teammate makes a bad touch. Unfortunate. It's a bit harsh to lose on that, but it is what it is. 4 minutes of overtime, goddamn. So yeah, let me go on free play really quick. See how by doing this, I'm already landing to like leave the ball, but I'm not committing as much on the pinch. In fact, I can still like leave, and if I want to turn, I can go back, but I can also like leave directly. Where here, what you're doing is pretty much like just like committing to it. It's like how it takes me a little bit of time like to readjust before I can leave. So it's a very small thing, but if you ever have situations, it's cool to like do that pinch instead.
There's a lot of things that I gotta work on.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not like you have a really huge problem that like is.
I feel like a lot of the things shouldn't be that hard to fix.
Yeah, it's like small things, but if you add them all together, it makes big things. You have your boost management, which can be improved. A lot of times you happen to have no boost, or to use excessively your boost, or like to miss paths, so these can be improved. A bit on your positioning, spacing properly based on the play. Going sometimes you're too far, sometimes you're too close. Thing is, you can often go a little bit wider, which will offer you more options. And that's one way you can view it. Especially on second man, you want to be covering options. Sometimes as a first man, you don't also like go for the ball when you could. So like make sure that you understand like the dynamic of twos, right? The first man wants to put some pressure on the ball, and your teammate is supposed to like be the one following up. And I think also like that's like why sometimes you do double commits. It's really because you don't really have that. Like sometimes you're like way too passive, or like you're playing as if you were in ones. We saw that sometimes in offense, sometimes in defense. You sometimes you just like you wait for them to do something when actually it's you that like has the key to change the situation. Also, take your time a little bit more. You actually have time, especially whenever you have the ball. Actually, what having the ball means is that you are the one who's controlling the pace of the game. Sometimes you just like go super fast on balls, and it's like okay, cool, but then because you're going super fast, your accuracy drops down, so you just end up missing simple shots. I think in the games like you actually like had one or two open net, which like if you just hit the ball straight at the net, it was in. Instead, like you overcomplexify what you have to do. It's kind of like because you have the mechanics, maybe not on the ground as much. The ground looked a little bit weaker, to be honest. But yeah, you have control of the ball, so like it's your tempo. So yeah, I think you pretty much like know what you have to do. But as I said, I think you really have the ability to like get GC consistently. You're just missing like those small details here and there, which will end up elevating your gameplay.